Hello students, welcome back. So now I'm going to show you the steps in creating and using the API key. So in your Oracle Cloud infrastructure, you need the API key if you want to connect your external custom code. This external custom code could be written in Python or any other language of your choosing. Or maybe you want to connect your local software development kit, which another name for that is SDKs. Or maybe you want to connect your OCI command line interface to the cloud account, to your OCI cloud account. For that, you need API key. So the general steps that we would follow is this. We are going to navigate to the profile, use a setting, and then you're going to see an option for API keys. And we are going to generate the API RSA key pair over there. Then after this, we are going to download the private key. So you're going to create a config file. This will be described in your OCA instruction. I'll show you that. Also, we are going to download this file, private.pem. This is actually that contains your key. Then we are going to put these files in a special directory. I'll show you where that directory is. After that, I'm going to test the API key through the Python script. First thing you do is go to your home page. So this is my home page. Come over here, click on profile, and you're going to see this user settings. So go ahead, click on user settings, and this will lead you to this page right here. And right here, you're going to see token and keys. So go ahead, click on token and keys. And this is where we'll be using to generate an API key. And then you're going to see this option, add API key. So go ahead, click on add API key. And you're going to see this page right here. So this is telling you an API key is basically an RSA key pair. This would be in a PEM format. And you can generate a key pair here. By the way, you can generate like, I think, I don't know if there's any limit over here, but I already have generated a few in the past and I didn't have any issue. So you can generate quite a few of them, I believe. And download the private key over here. So in this case, I want to generate API key pair. So I'm going to keep this option, and then I'm going to click on this download private key. Make sure you actually download the private key one time because this will not be shown to you. So make sure you do that. And okay, so my key has been downloaded over here. Then click on this add. And then you're going to see this option right here. So this is my configuration file. So this actually gives you a preview of that. So we are going to create a configuration file, and we are going to put the content of that configuration file would be this right here. And this key right here, this is the where this path, the file I just downloaded, this would be the path of that file. So go ahead, click on copy. When you click on copy, that's going to copy this whole content. So after this, I went inside my home directory. That would be C users, and whatever your home directory is. Mine in this case is Hi. Okay, I went inside my Hi directory, and I created a new folder over here, .oci folder. That would be this right here. So I created this new folder, and inside this folder, I created a file called config. And inside this config, I pasted that config that I just showed you. So I pasted this right here. So this is what the content is. And then I also moved my permanent, that PEM key that I just downloaded, I moved that inside the same directory. So that would be this file right here. And then I went inside my config again, and inside your config, you're going to see this option key file. So this is where you have to specify the path of this file right here. So the path of this file in my case was C users hi.oci ash 322 and this one right here. So this whole thing is the path of my file, and I just entered the path over here. And that's it. So this was done, and after this I tested my API. So I fired up my Jupyter Notebook, installed the OCI package, then I imported the this particular library. I just want to check which version of OCI do I have. So after I ran this particular command, this one actually prints out the OCI version, and I have this version 2.179.0. And then I want to test my connections. So in this case, I import OCI, and then inside your OCI, call this inbuilt method config.from file. If this works fine, if let's say everything is successful, you're going to see a message connected successfully. And then also you'll be able to see your region. And you can see that I get this message connected successfully, and this is my region. And now let's perform a simple sentiment analysis. So I import my OCI again, and I create a config right here, create a client right here. Then this is the text I'm actually sending to the OCI. The Oracle AI services are amazing. And I want to see how this sentence is being ranked on the sentiment analysis. So create a document right here. Inside the document, specify your key equal to 1, text equal to this text right here. This would be this one. Oracle AI services are amazing. specify your language code. In this case, is English. And then in this case, I'm using details. I'm using batch detect language sentiment details and specify your document right here. Okay. And then you get a response by using this particular inbuilt method. And then I print out the response. You can see the response is essentially an object. In order to get the JSON format of the response, you can just print response.data, and that's going to print out this JSON right here. So you can see that sentiment is positive. So this is the aspect, this particular part, text, this is my aspect, and this aspect, sentiment is positive. And this number right here is telling you that it is 99.2% sure that it is a positive sentiment. And then I send another sentence. In this case, the text that I'm sending is Oracle AI services are excellent and easy to use. However, the documentation is difficult to understand. So this one right here, this one actually is my first aspect. This one right here. And this one right here is the second aspect. So I'm actually sending a sentence with two different aspects and also two different sentiments. So let's go ahead and do this thing. So this is my text. I'm creating this document. Then my details right here, response, and I print out my response.data. And let's see what exactly the output is. So I got this data right here. So in this case, there are two aspects. You can see there's a list of a dictionary. So this is my first dictionary right here. And this is the second dictionary, this one, from here to here. This is the second one. First dictionary is the data for the first aspect, the Oracle AI services. So this is the aspect, and the sentiment is positive. By the way, these numbers right here, they are telling you the percentage, how confident it is in terms of percentage. You can see that it is 87% sure that it is a positive sentiment. And this one is for the second aspect, right there, documentation, and the aspect is negative. And how sure it is? Well, it's telling you it's 99.1% sure that it's negative. And by the way, these numbers are, you can see that's very tiny number, so that's why it's not positive, not neutral, or neither mixed. So in this case, Oracle gave the sentence or aspect-wise analysis. So that's pretty cool.